Jersey, USA, spring 1983.
You can imagine, my dear Lenny, that I spent the following weeks searching for my daughter high and low. It wasn't that difficult, even though my daughter's names had been changed.
Oh, you're just walking in, huh?
For a while, I just stood there, watching a woman who seemed to be the center of attention. She looked so confident, joyful, and full of life. She was surrounded by charming friends and a couple of old folks who must have been the Zimmers, her adoptive parents. As I was watching my daughter, it appeared clear to me. I was an intruder in the life of Sarah Walker Zimmer.
Mom?
This young woman didn't look like me and inspired nothing in me either. No emotion, no desire to run to her and take her in my arms. Absolutely nothing. It felt meaningless. I just did what I thought best in such cases. I took a trip into her assumed past, just to make sure there were no regrets.
Contemplate what could have been. Okay. Where would you like me to do this? There's always this one spot to think in. There's kind of a cruelty to this that really hurts. What's that? Oh, wait. Kitty cat. Okay. Kate. So they actually met? But of course this is just a random stranger in the home. I would love to contemplate what could have been, but unless this is it. Okay. Spy? Is it? Okay. What is me contemplating what could have been? I would love to do that. Which I'm assuming is what exit is going to be, like, giving up the past, right? I do really wish, if there's one thing I wish, is that I could just use my right mouse button to control the camera. So, I'm wondering if how much the parents knew about this all along. Also, I'm questioning, did they ever give, like, a close-up? Did I just completely miss that she was wearing the necklace on her, around her neck? Or did they never really give a close-up of her? Okay, that's the book again. Where do I contemplate? Oh my god. I'm sorry I'm making you walk around like this. You look like you're fretting, and I understand. But I'm fretting because I don't understand where I'm supposed to be bringing you to contemplate the past. Look? Is that it?
A ghost, Dana. That's all you are. Stop haunting these people and leave.
Okay. Let's leave. I'm curious if Kate does interact with her. Just as we're leaving the door. If the camera could just... There we go. Thank you. I'm trying to make an exit here. She just showed me the way.
I was just about to leave when I heard piano music coming from upstairs. It stopped me in my tracks. Six little notes, pure, crystalline, that crushed my heart with an incredible violence. I climbed the stairs like an automaton, guided by the music of the hymn of Wagner. The music I was so proud to play on the main square of Wagner. I never played it again after that. In a child's bedroom, I saw a little girl learning to play the piano. She was very studious and didn't seem at all surprised to see me there. She must have thought I was just another guest who had lost their way to the bathroom. We hardly spoke. I just showed her how to play. Hands must glide over the keyboard like swans over water. That's what our teachers at Wagen Academy used to say.
Okay, Wagen tram. Oh boy.
I hurried out of the house without looking back, and a few days later, I left the United States for the only destination that had any meaning to me. Farewell, my dear Lenny.
Dana.
Well, I will never understand human emotions. I thought you would be happy to have the proof at last that Dana Rose is your ancestor.
I'd totally forgotten that strange old lady who helped me play my piece on Mom's birthday. She was my grandma.
So, what are we going to do now?
I don't know, Oscar. I really don't know. I know I should feel happy to come to the end of this adventure. I found freedom. I kept my promise to Katyusha. And discovered a fascinating part of my mother's past, kept secret until now. But it makes no difference to the guilt I feel over my mom's passing, or the void I feel since her death. Maybe if I had met Dana in person, but that's impossible now. The last trace of Dana I have is this letter, and it's over 20 years old. And besides, Dana implies she left for an unknown destination, like a hiding place, to wait for the end of a life that no longer held any meaning for her. She could be anywhere.
Altair?
That's if she's still alive at all.
It's there,
It would be
Wagen,
like
but...
looking for a needle in a haystack. So, I don't know, Oscar. I really don't know anymore.
Okay.
There's only one thing left to do, Oscar. What everyone has been expecting me to do since I jumped on the train with Hans. Just be reasonable and return to New York. There's an end to everything, Oscar. Isn't there?
Kate, do you still got your passport with you? I'm curious. Do you still have your passport with you? So I'm curious, did Dana, did she come back to Vaughan? Oh, airport ticket. Leave Vaughan. Present a valid train ticket. Call Olivia. Okay.
I should find a phone to call Olivia before I take the shuttle. Given all the trouble waiting for me in New York, I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Okay. December 22nd. Dear Miss Foster, not sure where to begin. I've just come back from the refuge. I wanted to find out what became of Kate Walker after she went there a few days ago in the middle of the night in a blizzard. She went to find out if Dana Rose's body was among those of the resistance fighters found at the foot of Devil's Pass. I found the place abandoned. No trace of Kate Walker, nor of Lenny, the old manageress, nor of her mysterious odd-job man. The only one who was there was a Belgian mountaineer waiting patiently to climb the famous mountain. The mountaineer said he saw Kate Walker at the refuge in the evening of the blizzard. She apparently inspected the tent where the bodies of the frozen resistance fighters were placed. He didn't know what she was doing there, but she said she seemed relieved when she came out. It's reasonable to deduce that Dana Rose wasn't among those bodies. There then followed some strange comings and goings. Kate Walker apparently went to Lenny's room with the strange hermit, who acts as the old manageress's odd-job man. They apparently stayed there for hours before he eventually came out, apparently looking distraught. Kate Walker came out later, then left the refuge without saying where she was going, but looking deeply perplexed and disheartened. A few hours later, the mountaineer resolved to go and see Lenny. He found her lying in her bed lifeless. The poor old woman must have died in her sleep. The mountaineer wanted to call the emergency services, but then the hermit returned to the refuge. Ignoring the mountaineer's protest, he tenderly picked up Lenny's body, then carried her along with the frozen body of the resistance fighter into the mountain. He then disappeared as he carried them into the blizzard. I must admit, I'm completely perplexed. Who knows what drama was played out between Kate Walker, Lenny, and her odd-job man during that blizzard. I get the feeling Miss Walker must have uncovered some terrible secret during her short stay in Vaughan. A secret that, like an underlying and treacherous illness, had poisoned the region since the 1930s, and one whose common denominator seems to be Dana Rose. But what's the connection with Kate Walker? Why has she taken this whole case so much to heart? It's like there was something personal in it for her. But I may never know because everyone related to the case is either dead or missing, starting with Kate Walker. I am, as ever, at your service and await your instructions. Respectfully, Nick Canton. I mean, has he already stated, like, the fact that they look similar, though maybe that doesn't matter
shuttle.
to him?
Once it's taken me to the airport, I'll just use the ticket for New York that Olivia sent me, and that'll be the end of my voyage.
Did Olivia send you a new ticket? Like, how? Also, where is a phone? I'm trying to find the phone.
This is the map of the shuttle. I should be able to use it to find my carriage.
Okay. Okay, I just need to find a phone first, not... What's this? All the way at the end here.
The deportation trains left Vaughan from this station during the Second World War. How many lives did those brown shadow barbarians destroy? Is there any justice for those who were massacred?
Okay, I'm gonna assume that is not the director and they just recycled a particular character model.
Not sure if this is the right carriage. I better check the number on the ticket.
I mean, I'm looking for a phone. That's all I'm looking for right now. Is the phone inside the train? Oh, is that the phone? Can't tell. Maybe? What is this?
I guess I have to use it to set the day. The default setting on the dials shows the wrong date.
Okay. I'm going to assume this is the phone. Though why it's like this, I do not know. Airplane ticket.
My carriage number. This ticket will take me to the International Airport of Vaughan, and from there, back to New York.
Okay, number 3. So we have 30th of November, 2005. Okay. Oh boy, 30th? November.
I guess I have to use it to set the day.
Oh, yeah, no.
I should set the month here.
It's great that everything works. Okay. What the? What am I using? A wallet? Is it cash? I can't tell. I would assume
Impossible.
it's... Oh, this is a... Okay, this is the validator thing. Okay.
I'll need some ink before I can stamp it.
Are you serious? This is giving me flashbacks. I'm getting flashbacks to the third game where it's like, get the ink, da 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 da. What's this?
Looks like there's something wrong with the puncher. The pressure, maybe.
How does anything work around here? It doesn't work. Okay, let's just find a phone, since apparently I can't validate. Why is it like this? Oh, see, this is why. Okay, so everyone's crowding around this to try to get this working. So the one I'm using is completely defunct. No. Oh, there's a phone booth. I found a phone booth. If you could just speed up a bit, chop chop.
Hello?
Olivia? It's me.
What do you want, Kate? Didn't we say everything last time?
You were right, Olivia. I've been chasing moonbeams ever since my mom died. But I found my grandmother.
Your grandmother? But Kate, she died years ago in New York.
No, I mean my real grandmother. Never mind. It's a long story. I'll explain everything when I get back.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, I'm flying back to New York.
That's wonderful, Kate. I better tell Mr. Canton. He's still on your case, you know. police will probably be waiting for you at the airport, but don't worry. Dan has connections. I'm sure he'll be able to help. Maybe he can persuade Marston and Lorman to drop the charges.
Okay, thanks. That would be a relief. I gotta go. The airport shuttle's about to leave.
Yes, go ahead. We'll meet you at JFK. I'm proud of you, Kate. You've made the right decision.
Olivia?
Yes?
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't understand their relationship. Because last I've heard, Olivia had an affair with Kate's fiance, even though Dan and her were on the rocks. If I'm remembering that correctly. But it's not like they talked about it. I don't know why Olivia's so angry. I don't understand what the relationship, but sure, I'll be the better person to say I'm sorry for this thing I do not know what she's sorry for. Causing worry, I guess.
Listen, I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened since I left New York. It's just that I just had to get away. I needed a change of life, to be free. It was like a calling. And now that I've been following that calling for the past few years, I realize that I'm not the person I thought I was back in New York. I am that strange person who jumps from train to train, a traveler without a destination, just like that old shaman once called me.
What are you talking about? Which shaman?
It doesn't matter now. I guess what really counts is that I have no regrets about being my true self over these past years.
But do you really?
I know, Olivia. I know I've hurt people while going through this journey. My mom, Dan, you. I know that. And I'm so sorry, Olivia, for all the hurt I've caused you personally.
Thank you, Kate. Does me good to hear it. And, well, you know what? I'm starting to like this new Kate.
Listen, I'd better go now, Olivia. I'll call you if I can from the airport once I've got a flight.
Yes, you'd better get going. You take care, Kate.
Okay, you too. Bye now. Talk later.
Okay. So I feel like that gives slightly a better understanding. Again, the main problem here is that we really don't know what's going on the US side of things. We can hear she's angry, but I don't exactly understand why. Unless there's dialogue that I missed. Or the dialogue wasn't just trying to outright say it, which, not a bad thing. So if they're just being slightly vague about it, then okay. I'll live with that. Because again, it's like, I can understand about the mother thing. I'm just... Because they see it as her running away from her problems. At the same time, it's not exactly a small thing that, hey, my best friend slept with my fiance, even though we weren't having a good time of it. Okay, so I need to use this, but apparently we're out of ink. So the question for me is, where do I find ink? Where do I find all the things I need?
A ticket validator.
Okay. Oh, there's the ink. Okay. Now we need to punch it? Okay, so I don't have to search for things, it's just... Hey guys, this one's working just fine. Oh, no one could figure out the date thing. That's why. Okay, carriage 3. Well, carriage 3 is right there. I can see the 4 here, so this here would have to be carriage 3.
This is the right carriage, but the door's still shut.
Ticket?
Please present your ticket.
Okay. Where do I... Do I just put the ticket in here? I assume so. Now, the question for me, is something going to happen and she's going to go on another adventure? She's going to go all the way to Baltayer and go see the Goran? Oh, I was wondering, how did they stop you from entering the car? But you're literally right in front of the door. Can we actually just wait a moment longer? Just enjoy the scenery. There's nothing else to do now. Yeah, okay. I know. I mean, if she gets on the train, if she gets back to New York, then this is the end of the series officially. At least I would imagine that'd be the case. So this time, this is like, this particular story was much more personal to Kate. Oh, I forgot you got Oscar with you. Oh, so how's that airplane ticket still valid? Like, is it a new...
So, is this really the end of the journey?
Yes, Oscar. I'm afraid it really is. Olivia sent me a plane ticket for New York. What if... No, forget it.
What do you mean, what if she's in New York? Okay. Open it, damn it. Baltayer. I knew it. Man, Olivia's gonna be so pissed at you. Would she go there, though? That's the thing. Kantar Baltayer.
That's all they ever talked about. How they were going to live over there after the war, along with Ludwig and his tribe.
I left the United States for the only destination that had any meaning for me. Farewell, my dear Lenny.
The only destination that had any meaning.
Kate Walker? Is everything all...
I know where she is, Oscar. I know where Dana went after she left America.
The train for the airport is about to depart. All passengers,
Come on, Oscar, we gotta
please
go.
take your seat. Anyone not going to the airport is kindly asked to leave the train immediately.
Oh. Kate, you jumping on that train, you running? Oh, she is. She's going. Oh, come on, you almost had it. Yeah, I was wondering. Okay, you're gonna have to make a jump. Something. Oh! Or Ludwig. Ludwig, hello. Hi. I wasn't expecting you here. Man, Olivia's gonna be pissed.
Mr. Ludwig, what are you doing here?
Going home.
What about Demoiselle Lenny?
Lenny's gone. In her sleep. Too much guilt. Too much sorrow.
Oh,
I took her in the mountain with Leon. They're together now. What about you, Kate Walker?
I'm going back home too. In a way.
But how old was Dana? Grief accomplished. That's the achievement. I don't know if it's gonna pop up, but that's the achievement's name. Grief accomplished. I mean, she found out something about her mother that even her mother did not know. Okay. Is this... Okay, yeah, I was about to say, is this the credit screen? Oh my god, that kept playing until, and I didn't realize, technically I should be live streaming right now, but it's obviously going to be very late. So, yeah, that was Syberia, the world of before. Which, I mean, obviously one of the things that we can definitely, in terms of the history, there are parallels to our real world, so they just changed the name and stuff like that. Lenny, I don't know how old was Lenny? Because for the most part, her characterization, since she was young, it's like she was immature, she was a kid, and unfortunately, this one decision she made, But yeah, she was also a very lonely kid. It's like I got a feeling, yeah, like Leon, her crush, or I guess to her, her love, just was, I guess, the only person. I mean, there's not that many people that are going to be visiting. Almost a fixation. Poor Lenny. Poor Olivia. I wonder if she's, even after that telephone call, it's like, great, you're coming home. You know what, I think I kind of like this new Kate Walker. The new Kate Walker left the building. New Kate Walker has gone on another adventure. But, yeah, I'm still very confused on what she's being charged with by the law firm. I want to double check whether or not, like, did she actually, I thought she faxed the documents to them. Or am I remembering that wrong? Because part of her mission was like, okay, we gotta send all these things. Mocap actors. Okay. I was wondering, okay. So there's all that. Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely a huge, and I mean a huge in leaps and bounds, a step up to the third Syberia game. Where, what was it? Kate Walker was trying to escort the Yukuls away from, I guess, remnants of the brown shadows that were trying to hunt them down. And hunt her down specifically, too. I still don't quite understand the story of what was happening there. But, oh, look it, they gave, yeah, okay. The copyrighted music, so very explicitly, which reminds me, I'm going to have to do quite some editing during that one section, though it's not a huge amount. But it's nice that they say. But, alright. So yeah, I would say I was fine with the navigation, but clearly the navigation at times in this game is a bit of a hindrance. Part of it is because of the camera itself, particularly the cemetery part. I don't know if because the path was just too narrow or what it was, but it just, whatever their system they had in place, that particular section just did not work well with it. Otherwise, it was fine. It was fair. I think, yeah, that cemetery is where suddenly I was wishing I did have WASD. I will say some parts of the gameplay feel like padding. Particularly like Oscar, like you're not trying to, as Oscar, figure out how to get a task done. You're just controlling him to go forward, and then he's doing the puzzle solving for you. So really, it isn't that. Yeah, it feels like padding. It's interesting. I mean, the side objectives are just more of like, I mean, they say it outright. This is more a historical thing, but again, you probably will be fine just like going through, just following the primary missions. But yeah, we gotta look into the history of this world. I'm still trying to understand. I think you sort of understand it, but you sort of don't understand where Olivia is coming from. Dan, who cares about Dan? And unfortunately, the mother did pass away without ever seeing her daughter again. But I am curious. I'm curious of where they're going to go. I'm assuming if they're going to continue this game with an adventure in Baltair, is because for this game it was about grief. A lot of it seemed about grief and trying to people getting over it, not people. Sorry. Can I just say, Katusha, I feel like you've been wronged. You were just introduced so shortly, and then you died. You died, which literally was the character. That was the character motivation to continue to go on this adventure. I'm sorry, Katusha. You were great while you lasted. But okay, yeah. So that is the end of that. But yes, especially like, yeah, Syberia 3 just left a real bad taste in my mouth, but this one just nicely cleanses it. Maybe there's a bit of padding here and there, but otherwise, I don't know. I think it's going to really depend on the person of how grievous it may be or may not. But hey, the navigation in some sections is better. Some of the puzzles are pretty good. Some of the puzzles aren't puzzles. They're just follow these certain set of instructions, and it's very easy to get through. But then you have like the radio. The radio puzzle was very satisfying, though Morse code. And then the getting that letter, I'm like, oh my god. I'm trying to remember the ones before. But yeah, it's those type of puzzles that are particularly satisfying to get through. I do really like the radio one. I'm trying to figure that one out. But either way, that is the end of Syberia, the world before. Just to let you know, like, the past, it's probably what, 2-3 weeks worth of sets. So I am recording this on May 21st. So hopefully I will have all this editing done, and then I can just have it uploaded and it will be ready for you guys. And there'll be not much pausing between the weeks, or in terms of videos coming up in the week. So either way, thank you for liking if you liked. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!